All right, Dr. Mike, we are live back from Labor Day weekend and ready to start. Well, for many, it's the new year, right? At least the new school year.
Absolutely. It is time. Everybody back to school, guys.
Today, we're going to do something that we do often. It is a quick review of an incredible email sent out by Dr. David Jockers, whom Dr. Mike had the opportunity to interview many, many times, chiropractor, functional medicine doc from somewhere around Atlanta, Georgia, who creates some of the best articles, emails with graphics that we've seen. And the newer one that he sent is longevity supplements for anti-aging. So what Dr. Mike and I'll do is just quickly, well, not quickly, but list them, briefly talk about them, maybe try to give you a food or so that has that supplement or that mineral in it, and then encourage you to go look at the full article.
Well, the first thing I saw when I read that article and thought that we should definitely discuss this is something that's near and dear to your hearts that you've been following for whenever the book initially came out, but was the blue zones. When we're looking at longevity and supplements to take for anti-aging, there's really a lot that goes into this, but distilling it down to certain supplements is really, really cool. Um, so there's a bunch of them that Dr. Jockers has listed. We'll go through them. The first one on the hit parade is CoQ10. Do you want to list them all and then
Yeah,
talk
we'll
about
just,
them?
I would say let's just go each down. It's a little easier that way, I think. So
Okay.
I would say that CoQ10 is an enzyme that is very, very important for your heart and muscle tissue. Um, it is very important if you take statins because it is that there's a step in there that requires CoQ10, and those statins affect that step. And really, it's one of the things that it's much easier to take a supplement for because one of the only few foods that actually has CoQ10 would be heart, and most people don't enjoy eating heart all that much.
Yeah, it's really interesting. With us moving to the new space, we've had an influx of new patients. And one of the patients I had just started a statins and was having joint and muscle pain. And really, that's a super quick area where we can help people with. And like, you just need to start taking Coach Q10. And literally, whether it was psychosomatic or not, he started taking it and a week later called and said all those symptoms are gone. So really cool. Definitely. There is the I like CoQ10 personally. You could also take the active part of CoQ10, which is ubiquinol. I like CoQ10 better for me personally. That's just a personal preference.
Right, right. That's all I got to say for that one.
Yep. Next one is omega-3 fatty acids. So wherever you are from in the world, your grandmother has probably chased you around trying to get you to eat cod liver oil. And I'm here to tell you, if it wasn't your grandmother, it was your mother. And they were right, 100%. There is some fascinating studies coming out on not just anti-aging, but for mental health as well. 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of EPA in fish oil, and we don't make it with our brand, but we highly recommend Nordic Natural and Carlson's.
Yep,
What
yep.
else?
No, I
What
was
else
just
you got?
saying, just saying omega threes are very most prevalent in cold water fish. I mean, if you really want the best source, there is some in grass fed meats, there is some in
Yeah,
algae, but the best source by far is cold water fish like salmon, and then the smaller fish like sardines and anchovies.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. If you can get fresh, wild caught salmon, or Trader Joe's has the flash frozen, which is delicious.
Yep.
NAD. You want to You want to
I was
touch on
gonna say,
that one?
just NAD is one of those super new type of supplements or understandings. It is definitely an anti-aging molecule. It is definitely best taken intravenously. You'd have to go to an IV lab. There are some forms that are coming out now that are liquid forms, reduced forms, precursors like True Niagen is one of the earliest, I think, precursors that came out that you see a lot of people.
Right.
Um, and it is some form of a B vitamin, but it certainly has anti-aging properties. But this one, by far on the list, is the most new, the most information is coming out now and in developing and changing. So that's something and a supplement to definitely look out for.
Yeah, really interesting. There was a study that came out, and it's what they say is it's recent. It was 5 years ago, but it helped to improve mitochondrial function, lifespan, and health span. That's pretty remarkable for one single supplement to do. So pretty cool. But again, it's really hard for the body to break it down. So that's why IV therapy is really even better than diet. So it just is a way of getting what you need to get. The next one is resveratrol, and the old joke is, well, I can get, I'll live forever because I drink 5 bottles of wine a night. But the reality is you would have to drink way more bottles to get the desired benefit of resveratrol. It reduces stress, it improves circulation, optimal immune health. There's a whole bunch of things that it does.
Yeah, there's bits of resveratrol in a lot of things, including grapes. You just need to eat or consume a lot of them. So most likely, this would be one of those things to use a high quality supplement of, if you choose to, in a longevity or an anti-aging stack.
Absolutely. Next on the hit parade is quercetin, and it's a flavonoid. It is uh, it actually benefits resveratrol, and it definitely protects the mitochondria, really, and against oxidative stress as well.
Yep, you could find it in things like onions and garlic. And it is what's called a zinc ionophore. So quercetin helps get zinc into a cell or into a virus to kill it. So it is definitely one of those. It has been one of those strategies most recently used in the big situation that we've had over the last couple of years. But it is very simply a very powerful bioflavonoid.
One of the best known is vitamin D. Vitamin D, and what Dr. Jockers what he writes is that your vitamin D level, 25 hydroxy D level, should be optimal between 50 and 70
Hmm.
nanograms per milliliter. A therapeutic level, like disease treatment, is 70 to 100. So you want to make sure you get it in that range. You can go and get it tested. Super important, found in cold water fish, fatty fish, and egg yolks.
Yep, and some mushrooms too. But really, the best way is clearly the sun. There's no better way to get vitamin D than from the sun. Bottom line.
Next guy is vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 is really important to help basically activate vitamin D. You really need this to allow the body to absorb the vitamin D to its greatest extent. It's also found in animal products and leafy greens, especially. And believe it or not, your bacteria in your gut can make some vitamin D. It can produce it. What else?
It's just one of those important cofactors taken along with vitamin D3. It is a blood thinner overall. A lot of the K vitamins are also found in fermented foods. Probably the highest source would be natto, NATTO. But it's really really important supplement. And then our vitamin D3 here in the office has K2 in it because it's that important. And it's fat soluble, so you got to be careful how much you take. And there's things with vitamin K, so you want to talk to your practitioner about vitamin K, but it is clearly an extremely important fat soluble vitamin.
Yeah. Again, found in chicken, beef liver, egg yolk, butter, and sauerkraut.
Yep.
Next up is N-acetylcysteine, NAC for short. The body uses it to make glutathione, which is the master antioxidant. This really affected it. I felt this the most when after COVID, we're really having problems with lung function, and this really helped with lung function. Um, some of the foods are pasture raised chicken, turkey, eggs, wild caught fish, as well as sunflower seeds, onion, garlic, and cruciferous vegetables.
Yeah, I want to say whey protein is also high in NAC, I think, because if you're looking to uh, generate glutathione, whey protein is one of those things that you should consume. And I believe the reason why is because it has N-acetylcysteine in it, which is one of the pieces of glutathione. I'm pretty sure, but really important over the last couple of years. And it's a supplement that I've recommended to a ton of people that have had trouble recovering from COVID or have long COVID syndrome.
Yeah, a really good whey protein. Dr. McCullough makes a great whey protein. I don't remember the actual name of the product that
Pure protein.
Pure Protein. Yeah, great product by Dr. McCullough. Next up is magnesium. Magnesium is a superstar. It is responsible for over 300 enzymatic processes in the body. Really affects and improves your blood sugar, activates vitamin D, supports your brain, improves relaxation and sleep quality, and improves mitochondrial health and cellular energy.
What else is more there to say? We've talked about magnesium many times, multiple forms. Some help you sleep, some help you get relaxed, some help you eliminate better, some help you sleep better. It is just an all-star. It is not, unfortunately, because of soil depletion, it is not in as high as vegetables and fruits as it used to be. You could still find it in some quantities in nuts and meat, but it is pretty close to being, 400 or more milligrams a day is pretty much required for every human, I would say, on the planet at this point.
Absolutely. Zinc is next. And zinc, you probably saw it in the news, is huge in it reduces viral replication. What does that mean? Is it stops a virus from multiplying. Huge, 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 huge.
Yep, I mentioned that with quercetin, where quercetin helps get zinc into the cell. So zinc is really, really important. Again, zinc is like magnesium when it's not found in many things, but it's definitely found in organ meats. It's definitely found in nuts and seeds. But if you're taking large amounts of zinc, and you got to, again, ask your practitioner, but you want to balance it with small amounts of copper because there is a very delicate balance between copper and zinc. Taking it, so just be careful with supplementing with zinc in the long term.
Yep. Great pickup. Thanks, Noah.
Oysters are probably the biggest source of zinc, by the way.
There we go. Selenium, really important that your diet has selenium in it. Are the natural, the standard American diet, because of corporate agriculture, we have very little to no selenium in our soil, and therefore very little to no selenium in our vegetables. Brazil nuts are huge and really the best source for selenium. Really important to take it, but you can also get it from tuna, sardines, shrimp, turkey, green peas, broccoli, and spinach.
I think isn't it like literally like one or two Brazil nuts will get all of the selenium you need for the day. So it's something as simple as that.
Literally, yes, absolutely.
Selenium goes into the same thing that we talked about zinc and the same thing we talked about magnesium. Because of soil depletion, it is just not prevalent in our foods anymore. So you got to make a concerted effort in eating foods that are high in it or supplement with it.
Yep, absolutely. Next up is vitamin C. And what it really does very, very well is protect the skin from UV damage and offers antioxidant protection. It is huge. We have a great vitamin C that
Yeah.
we put out, but it's a heavy hitter. Obviously, vitamin C, you find it in citrus, strawberries, pineapples, guava, cherries, bell peppers, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. I mean, pretty much you name it.
Yeah, certain animals actually produce their own vitamin C. We do not, so it's important to consume things with vitamin C. But vitamin C is also a component of collagen, which is like one of the biggest structural proteins of our whole body. So it's important, and it becomes more important too when you're sick or don't feel well. It's really that important.
Next one is green tea, EGCG.
Yeah.
You want to hit that?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
yeah.
No, my wife is a huge matcha green tea fan. It's been around for ages. It's from the tea leaf. It's just super strong in antioxidants. ECGC is one of the is very similar to quercetin, where it is a ionophore. It helps zinc get into the cell. It can be used to boost metabolism. It's just great. Just buy, if you're going to buy tea or consume large amounts of tea, just get a very high quality tea, organic tea, wild crafted tea, because if you don't, you're going to potentially get high levels of fluoride or heavy metals in it. So just choose your teas wisely. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Some of the other things kills bacteria, boosts liver health, takes care of your heart. So good stuff. Next one is curcumin, and that is huge in it's this one is the active ingredient in turmeric. So turmeric is used in cooking. One of nature's best herbs for inflammation and pain.
Yep. Just be careful with the form of curcumin you use, because some are much more readily absorbed. We use BCM 95, which is extremely well absorbed. Turmeric in general is a little bit hard to use in the body, but its active form in curcumin is very, very active, very, very usable. So just choose wisely.
Yep. Next one up is sulforaphane. That's a big, uh, big found in cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and it's best known for digestion, heart health, diabetes, and brain health.
Yeah, I want to say the highest place to find sulforaphane, I want to say, is broccoli sprouts. Maybe I could be wrong, but I think it is. And I also think there's been some recent studies with cancer and sulforaphane for longevity. So
Yeah,
important. But like you just said, Mike, it's primarily found in cruciferous vegetables.
yeah, and I think you're 100% right on that. Broccoli sprouts. Last one is astragalus,
Yeah.
or astragalus, however you want to pronounce it, is the herb commonly used in a variety of health issues. It really does help with upper respiratory, cold, diabetes, fibromyalgia, as well as heart health.
Yep. I always looked at it as a massive immune booster. I'm pretty sure it's one of the most important medicines in Chinese medicine. So something to look forward to. It's usually, from what I've seen, in tincture form, like dropper forms, but definitely something that you can consider to boost your longevity and anti-aging. And Mike, that I think will end our longest review summary we've ever done.
Yes, it is. And we're all wrapped up.
All right, guys, we're open today. Staff's all here, 3 to 6.
Bye, guys.